Hey, it's Gabrielle, and we are making red velvet hot chocolate. This recipe is like red silk. Let's get into it because it is so good and you need it before Christmas. All right, starting off in a small pot or medium, depending on how many people you're making this for, you're going to heat up some milk. Now, I've talked about this before. This is a safe space on here. I am like lactose intolerant, so I cannot drink like milk just as milk. So I like to use oat milk mainly when I drink, but for this recipe video, I just used half and half. You're going to heat up some milk, cream, whatever you want. Maybe not cream because that's a little too heavy. And you're going to add white and brown sugar to that. Like I said, depending on how many people you're making this for, I like to start off with like 2 cups of milk and then use like a 4th cup of sugar. You don't need a whole bunch of sugar just because the white chocolate in this recipe is really sweet with this red velvet hot chocolate. Yes, you need white chocolate chips. I'm gonna tell you why. Because the red food coloring will not color over semi-sweet or dark chocolate chips. Trust me. Before this video that you're watching, we did it with some regular chocolate chips and it just wasn't even trying to do it. So make sure you use white chocolate at least starting off. Now, I do like to add a little bit of semi-sweet or dark chocolate to it, but my most prominent chocolate is white chocolate just because the red food coloring is what is going to take to the white chocolate. So I'm just gonna melt this chocolate. You can do a whisk, you can do this with a spoon, but just really make sure that nothing is sticking to the bottom of the pot because chocolate is really easy to burn, and milk is also very easy to burn when you're heating it. So I'm gonna take some red food coloring, and literally the tint of red is really up to you. You can kind of see how red it gets as you start to whisk and as the milk becomes more heated. So like I said, you're just gonna continue stirring, continue whisking. This color, I was like, okay, it's cute. You know, I think that we could do better. So I wanna add a little bit more food coloring. And this is really what cooking is all about, just kind of trial and error. If it doesn't look right, then for the most part, you can usually try to fix it. Now, I will say if you use too much red, you're on your own. Try to scale up into the red shade that you want, the red tint that you want. So I'm going to add a little bit more and get this going. All right, I think I am becoming a little more satisfied with this color. I see it kind of becoming like this deep reddish, brownish situation. I personally don't like a whole bunch of red, so I'm gonna give one more last squeeze. And this is actually pink. I just gave y'all a little game. So this color is really kind of between red and pink because, truth moment, I ran out of red food coloring. Now, this is important. You see how that almost boiled over? When you are heating milk and heat together, sometimes your heat will rise. So just take it off the oven if this happens. Don't freak out. Don't try to just pray that it'll go away because it won't. Take it off the heat and you'll see it start to go back down into the pot. Just make sure that you're whisking it and stirring it, because that also helps with it not boiling over on you, because that will be a mess on your hand. Like I said, I'm pleased with this shade. I kind of used a cross between red and pink food coloring. Look, I'm over there wiping up some food coloring just because I didn't want it to stain my white counters. If you have white counters, that's important. Don't just leave the food coloring on there. If you get it on your counters, it's all right. Just wipe it off and keep it moving. So, like I said, I think I'm pleased with this shade. Hopefully you're pleased with your shade as well. I kind of have this deep reddish, brownish pink vibe going, and I think I'm feeling it. So I think it's time for us to take a sip. And there we have red velvet hot chocolate. Feel free to top this with whipped cream if you'd like. I'm not gonna lie, I cheated and had whipped cream on it just because it is so good and it really adds to the red velvet vibe. Thanks so much for watching this video. If you liked it, make sure you like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the kitchen next time very, very soon. Peace, love, and good food to you.